Hey guys, and welcome back. And today, this was a video I was supposed to be excited for and had a lot of hype for. So let's start from the beginning. My dad told me that one of my favorite creatures got added to Dead by Daylight, that being the Xenomorph. I can't emphasize how much of my childhood was Aliens or Aliens vs. Predator. My whole childhood. And the movie I probably watched the most is the second Aliens movie, and it was amazing. And well, hearing it be added to DVD, I decided to go back into it and try to give it a shot. And I have one sentence to say. Playing Dead by Daylight, especially with the Xenomorph, remind me why I stopped playing Dead by Daylight. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to be shit-talking in the game a little bit. However, I want to emphasize that I do love this game's universe and the gameplay behind it. However, I do think it actually might be less beginner-friendly than a game like Siege, and that's wild. Without further ado, let's talk about why I remembered that I deleted this game.
Is that Hex Ruin?
So originally when editing this video, the idea was I would play a couple matches of Xenomorph, my first reactions to it, and then beam it up, add some shitty edits, but I don't have the energy to do that anymore after I played Xenomorph for about 3 rounds. Now, I should make it clear. I played a bunch of Deathslinger, Legion, Huntress. I have a decent amount of time in the game. But these rounds were just unfun. Now, to emphasize, the Xenomorph, yes, I know you need to get practice in every new killer, but I want to play a game for fun, and this was not my kind of fun. Maybe it's fun for other people, but this wasn't me. I think the worst part though is I decided to buy the $10 DLC so that way I would get Ellen Ripley because I thought I was going to play some Survivor 2. No, I played 4 rounds altogether and just found myself not enjoying them really at all. I think the reason I have such a distaste for this game is probably because it's on console. Now, I have played a little bit of PC Dead by Daylight and I know it's extraordinarily so much better, but even then I don't think I could really play it and have fun with it. It would be very hard to. You know, one of the biggest things I post on YouTube is a lot of Siege content. The reason I enjoy that game is, maybe it's because I've been playing it for a long time, but there's more predictability. In Dead by Daylight, there's a shit ton of perks, and I mean a shit ton. With each killer and survivor bringing another 3 teachables to bring. And while on one hand that means you can create really insane and intriguing builds, it means you can't really expect anything, which kind of, personally for me, annoys me. But I know that's kind of like the good thing for a lot of players. The thing that frustrates me with playing the Xenomorph though by far is because if you choose Xenomorph, you're giving the survivors a chance to fight back towards you, using the flamethrower turrets, which not only do get rid of your runner or prowler status, it also actually slows you down a little bit, and that personally to me is frustrating. One thing that I always hoped from DBD, and I remember DBD was starting out with, was it wanted to be like a horror movie. And unfortunately, I think DBD is leaning more and more away from that. And while the Xenomorph does look good, I do think it looks a bit cartoony, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I might be wrong though. I watched, all the Alien movies, and it feels like these flamethrowers shouldn't be as effective to the Xeno as they are in this game. Which sounds dumb, because in the Aliens vs. Predator video, there's a Xenomorph that's on fire and fucking explodes. But I don't think they got the brutality or the realistic idea behind it. Like, for example, the Xeno doesn't actually make sense in this game, with a Xeno hooking people. And yes, I know we're getting to that part where people are like, well, it's just a game. Yeah, but it feels like to take a killer, or take the Xenomorph, and kind of degrade him to this where they are following some sort of entity. One thing that made the Xenomorph unique, and they emphasize through all the Alien movies, is it's the perfect species, and meaning it's under no one's control. Which is unfortunate, because if you take a look, the Nostromo map looks perfect. It has Ripley's life pod, it has all sorts of nice little Easter eggs, and feels very faithful, but the Xenomorph itself doesn't. I do feel like the Xenomorph was done kind of badly, unfortunately. And note, the abilities of the Xenomorph are cool. Being able to crawl in tunnels and go through and traverse the entire map is awesome. It looks cool. but it feels like maybe they didn't read through or looked through a lot of the source material, specifically from Aliens or even Alien 3. You have to remember that the Xenomorph is a creature. Instead of being all the other killers where they are devoted to the entity, this thing doesn't... Wait, are the Xenos religious now? Wait, are they? Wait, so does that mean we have to baptize a chestburster when it comes out of the whatever. The only reason I want to make this video is because I do feel like a lot of people, like me, we're gonna head back to DBD because we heard about one of our favorite, creatures being added. And I feel that it wasn't added correctly, personally. Tell me what you guys think of console DBD. I mean, if you see these tail attacks missing, it hurts to aim on console. It sucks. And does DBD still have a very active fan base? Which is weird to ask, but it's been a while since I've seen it.